Going back to Nico's apartment here. Probably this one. Alright. I 100% don't know why I stopped here. I'm sure I had a good reasoning. I have a key.
It was the key to the excavation.
We did the excavation thing. Maybe I'm supposed to talk to Labanu?
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie.
Oh. I'm a genius.
Thanks for your help, Andre. You're welcome.
Hi. So where was I going? The airport? Oh, wait. Oh, I'm choking on my own saliva. It was this. I needed to go here. We did the thing with all the, Bible verses. Just gonna stand right in the middle of this water.
Hi there,
Is that
Lopez.
sword broken?
Tricks.
Haven't found it yet.
Stobart, how pleasant to see you. You are well.
Fine, thanks. Is the Countess in?
She is waiting for you. I will show you up.
It's okay, I know the way.
Senior Stobart, I feel I owe you an apology.
No, you don't.
I was impolite on our first meeting.
Look, Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted
Where's
you.
Seawalker?
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life. It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
The Seawalker, every single time I mention trivia, just starts answering this question specifically. It's their proudest moment in trivia history, was knowing the answer to this question without even having to, like, think about it. Like, oh, I know this one.
So the Countess feels that the curse is lifted.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the De Vasconcelos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
What's the story behind the chalice vanishing?
When the Inquisition raided, in the absence of Don Carlos, it was believed that they had taken it. Naturally, they denied the charge as they denied taking the children. And naturally, nobody believed them.
But they were telling the truth. The chalice was hidden from them. You don't suppose they were telling the truth about the children as well, do you?
Madre de Dios! I had not thought of that. But then what happened to them?
I don't know. If the Inquisition didn't take them, then who did?
You must speak to my lady of these.
Count on it.
I'm gonna assume Sephi didn't cheat and only knew the answer because Seawalker probably says that name at least once every time they show up in stream.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senior Stobart.
Alright, hold on. Alright.
Senor Stobart, oh, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
I cleaned it up. The thing.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knight secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
Ah, to be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
There's still the mystery of the missing chess piece.
I do not think that it will ever be discovered unless the fate of the children is revealed.
The Inquisition were suspected of taking the chalice and the kids, right? We know now they were innocent of the first crime. What if
They did not take the children either. Then what happened to them?
the Inquisition admitted to killing Don Carlos's manservant? Now, this guy had been told to protect the kids at all costs, right?
That is correct.
I think he hid them and the chalice when he got wind that the Inquisition was coming. With him dead and Don Carlos driven mad with grief, there was nobody left who knew the secret. You know what this means, don't you?
I fear so. The children are still here somewhere.
Oh,
If
no.
this is so, then it is small wonder that the De Vasconcelos are cursed.
There better not be ghosts.
I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city. There's something else that I discovered carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians.
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest.
She really looks like she has. Apparently I forgot to ask the priest.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home.
Well, back to Paris. Back in Nico's apartment.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Do you have a Bible? No?
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios.
Hello, Mootown Cow. I don't know if I said hi. Hello to anybody I
It was the driveway
Apparently
down
missed.
to the main road. I didn't want...
didn't want to leave just yet. Uh-oh. Yo, not reliable. Didn't ask the priest the scriptures.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please.
Hmm.
Uh... Hmm. Does this tissue mean anything to you?
Where is this line of questioning going?
Nowhere helpful.
Well, well,
I'll have a
well.
look around if that's okay.
My home.
I have one other idea. Hopefully we didn't, like, soft lock somehow. How's it going, GH Tros? I found the Bible. It's right here. Exception use free. Does that mean you're not wearing any pants? Or something else?
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
Word in.
Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
Hi, Claire.
Thou art my
Hi,
hiding
Claire.
place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
Big McLarge Huge.
John
Ward McLarge Huge.
11. Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what does it mean?
I can't guess.
Salient points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is the mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home.
I'm trying to post my Beamy emote. It took the work of many other people. I finally obtained the B emote. It's all ooh.
Got a minute?
Certainly, senor.
Special
How can
thanks
I
to
help
Sefi
you?
Yumi for helping on multiple occasions.
You must know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
See, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
Well, si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
Great! So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
And you have no idea where it was?
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
You must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, Senor Stobart. I shall give it more thought.
That... Catch you later.
Adios.
The main part of the house was old, but nowhere near as old as...
Error.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
Oh, boo. Claude, you're not allowed to answer. Oh, dang it. That's too slow.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
It's funny that the one question that I asked you just mentioned that, like, I had added some tactics questions has come up, like, every time now. I'm deleting the question. Melia Duel, it's the girl with the green cloak. It was one of my original waifus of that game. Rafa and Melia Duel, like my two original waifus in that game.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, senor.
Any idea?
No.
Hmm.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios.
Gaff Garon. Wait, that's his first name? Gafgarian.
Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot. Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit. Now, feeling... It was too delicate to move.
Yeah, that was a good movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I couldn't climb up there. Now what? Feeling like... Now that it had given... The lectern was bare.
I have to look up a hint. I know it's unfair for me to laugh because I can see the answer. I see people trying, especially Claude, because Claude I think has seen this one like 8 times. How fast can you type it out? How fast are you typing? Alright, I'm looking up a hint. It's really only funny to me because of the number of times that question has come up. I too would just be sitting there like, his full name is Dracula. That's my answer. What is this game? Broken Sword. Let's see here. Oh, it's freaking A, dude. I never would have guessed this. Like, I knew what I was supposed to do, but not that this was part of what I was supposed to do. I never would have guessed that this was it. Never played Mario RPG. It's a pretty good game. I definitely recommend it. It's got its ups and downs, but most of them are up, so it stays above the curve. We're lighting this candle. There's nothing that hints that I should light this candle. I just want to throw that out there. I knew that at some point in the game you light this candle. Now is the time. And you have to use that random tissue I've had like literally the entire game. And now we wait. 6 days later. Back in Nico's apartment.
The candle had burnt brilliantly, but only for a couple of minutes. Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this, a complex shape expertly cut in stone. I figured it was some kind of key.
They did. It was the counterattack materia.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
What do you make of this?
It looks like some sort of key. Where did you get it from?
It was buried inside the great candle in the mausoleum.
Inside it. What have you done to it?
I, lit it.
But it is irreplaceable.
Listen, the candle was to be lit in case of Moorish attack, right? Well, it burnt down in no time and revealed this key thing. Maybe that was the real purpose of lighting the candle.
What are you suggesting?
That lighting the candle was the equivalent of break glass in case of emergency.
Sentiment must not stand in the way of solving this mystery. You did the right thing.
What does this charred tissue suggest to you?
You have pyromaniac tendencies?
I'll have a look around if...
My home.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
I'll have a look around.
My home.
Gungaga. You, Gungaga?
Got a minute? Certainly, senor.
How's it going, Dusk?
How can I help you?
Do you know what this is?
No, senor. Is it some kind of key?
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Where did you get it?
It was hidden inside the big candle in the mausoleum.
And you burnt it? I wondered what the light was I saw through the window. My lady will be furious. The candle was centuries old.
Ah.
Ah.
This tissue is charred.
You won't get any argument from me on that, Senor Stobart.
3 naps today. Were they good naps, at least?
Any ideas yet?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes?
For generations, the Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water, even if it is meters beneath the ground.
Ah, you're not talking about water dousing, are you?
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yeah, I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be a special stick. A Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See? Here. That is hazel.
That. I took a nap yesterday and it didn't work
I went
out.
over to find a suitable
It was
stick.
pretty bad.
I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing.
Hmm. Minmo?
I went over to find a suitable stick. Aha!
Never heard of him.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
I found
Well,
a stick.
I got my divining rod. Now what?
Simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y. Apply a little tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand's tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
No time, he says. It's over here. He wants to go over here. George, go over there. Trust me, George, it's over there. Hello, Adam. How's it going? Oh, he's listening to me. I told him to go over here. There he goes. Oh, where you going, George? No, George. It's over here. Over here. It's going pretty good. Just watching George Stobart wander aimlessly in this yard. Go over here, George.
Senor Stobart, you've found something.
This is it. This is where we
Over
find
here.
the secret of the Templars. Hidden here for hundreds of years. Lost from the sight of man until now. The mystery is revealed.
It's a tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again. Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way. The splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It has been here all the time. All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
I could have fallen down that.
The well had been lost for decades at least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about this.
Mm-hmm.
Sometime in antiquity, there'd been a rock slide. Big ones. I wished I'd had a hard hat. From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece. I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger.
Well, I'm dead. I'm alive.
Oh, very funny, you psychos!
Senor Stobar! Senor Stobar! Are you all right?
It's okay, Lopez, I'm fine!
Hey, Tonic, how's it going?
You gave me a scare!
Nice try, Templars. I wished that I had Leary's flashlight now. It was too dark to see, and I had to rely on touch. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
Hmm. Is there a dad face looking out his window?
It was a long way down. The brilliant midday sun shone almost directly down the shaft, and I still couldn't see the water.
Is there? Wait, is it public? Goodbye, Fireflower Mario. Thursday? Oh my god. Alright, hold on. Goodbye, Fireflower Mario. Wait, hold on. Goodbye, Power Drive. I guess we don't need the denied emote anymore. Goodbye, denied.
Thinking back to how long it had taken the can to fall to the bottom, I stayed as far from the edge as I could.
Dad face. Looking out his window. Alright, I added it. The Mario is still intact. Alright. This thing?
Sometime in antiquity, there'd been a rock slide. Big ones. I wished I'd had a hard hat.
Where's Rufus? But he's sliding down a slide and crashing into a wall.
I wished that I had Leary's flashlight now. It was too dark to see, and I had to rely on touch.
I
It
hope
just felt like a pitted
the dust did
stone
not
wall.
cheat that
I'd
answer.
almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
Yo. Best Final Fantasy. Oh, man. What am I doing here? This thing? Nope. This thing? I'm gonna flush it. This thing? Hmm. I don't have an item.
Thinking back, I
Oh,
stayed.
wait. I can leave.
It was a small mirror hanging over the sink.
Dusk, I have nothing but things to say about Dirge of Cerberus. Things. Various things. I like certain aspects of it, but I also really hate certain aspects. All of them definitely positive. I don't see Dataface looking out his window. Hold on. Let me reload.
I realized I could use the mirror to reflect the light from above.
Oh, what is this?
There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it had seemed.
Alright, questions from games no one has played. How about this next one?
I slid
From...
the stone key into the lock. There were buttons to turn the dials.
From... Final Fantasy 13. What is the name of the giant field you travel across in Chapter 11? Don't worry, Claude. One day you'll do it. What is this? 14.
I must have made a mistake. The lock spun back to neutral and nearly...
Oh, whoops. That was me. Is this not... Oh, wait, that's not 14. Wait.
I heard the sounds of the lock moving. Either that or the wall was going to come down on my head.
Why? There's like 20 of these that I have to put in. I'm not doing this on my own. Or Fuse. Just gonna use this guide. Mega Man X. L. Wait. I'll be amazed if anybody actually gets this question. Unless they actually played Type 0. It looks like a toughie.
Oh, yes! Bonus points for that, I hope. I knew the old Stobart fingerwork wouldn't let me down.
Oh no. The children.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do.
I have some good news and some bad news. Good
You
news
won't be
is
needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess.
I found the chess piece. Bad news is it was in your
I found it
wife's
with the
chest.
children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
Back in Nico's apartment. All right then.
George, welcome back.
What the heck?
Come in, George.
Andre.
It's good to see you again.
Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, George.
Yeah, I know. The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, Andre?
No, nothing.
Maybe we should tell Andre what else you found, George.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
George found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we've got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church that George found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, George.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course. My apologies.
He started it.
Well, the Latin phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place, inhabited by blue-painted savages.
It hasn't changed much,
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
except when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant called woad, Isetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in their wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English. How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century.
Oh yeah, it's
Well,
like
I've been
practically
using it as late as
last
You
week.
can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well, can't you guess?
Knights Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars.
Oh my God,
They
we're
are
solving
said
the
to have
mystery.
turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
I can't go.
What?
Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
I was.
We understand you've got commitments. Oh, listen, we have to hurry. Let's go, George.
We'll see it through. Oh, and, don't worry about us.
Don't worry about us. Back in Nico's apartment. Alright, you can dial like... Oh, I can't save here? You can dial like 400 places here.
Pardon me? She must be deaf.
Yes, my dear.
Do you know what time we're due in Sterling?
6:15, but we're running 8 minutes late.
Hmm.
Do you know Sterling well?
Yes, I do. Is that where you two lovebirds abound?
Yeah, we...
It's one of the places we thought we'd see on our holiday.
Be sure to visit the castle, won't you?
Oh, I'm sure it's a neat place. But we are not really interested in history, are we, George?
No. Does the name Merlin mean anything to you?
Merlin, a master of illusions. Oh, you said Merlin? Then no, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a church called St. Ninian's at Sterling?
Yes, there is. And I know why you're going there.
You do?
Of course I do. It's obvious you're in love. You're eloping, and they say romance is dead.
What's the book you're reading?
Oh, it's something I picked up at the station. Medieval detective story. Quite well written.
I wondered how long it was going to take you to guess the last name.
Print for years.
I didn't want to make it too easy. I put both versions of the name in there too.
What's the title of the book?
The Crooked Crusader Caper by Molly Pegram. I assumed the author was a woman, but apparently not. His real name is...
Professor Nigel Pegram.
That's right. Do you know him?
No, I never met him.
I definitely
George
have
is a
met
great
them.
fan of these, though.
Would you believe that this clown's nose led us to being on this train tonight?
I would indeed.
No, honestly, it... You would?
Certainly. You have an honest face.
Yep. That's a nose with a history, all right.
So you said.
Where are you
The
going,
good old
George?
days.
Do I need to spell it out?
I
Don't snap at me. If you're
think I
practicing
removed
it, why don't you say so?
Okay, I'm going to
90% of the hashtag RPG trivia questions.
A-K. Tickets, please.
Because they were like,
hi.
Bravery Default. Which class learns this at what level? Dragon Quest. What level do you learn this spell?
Don't you have a senior citizen's rail card?
Those were the
I rarely
days.
travel by train. My ticket is perfectly valid, is it not?
Well, yeah, but you could have saved up to 1/3 of the cost.
I do not need to indulge in puffling thriftiness.
Blimey, you're a funny old bird and no mistake. Tickets, please, sir.
Here.
Off to Sterling, eh?
Yes, we are.
Well, I hope you won't be disappointed. It's a miserable place this time of year. Still, there's plenty of pubs and a lovely view from the castle.
Thank you.
And
I
RoboTrack.
don't want to worry you, but there was something familiar about that guy.
Are you sure? You're tired. Perhaps you're mistaken.
Maybe. But I didn't like the look in his eyes when he spoke to you.
Can't you sit still, George?
I need to go to the John.
While you're there, check out the buffet car, George. Unthinkable though it is, I am hungry enough to eat English food.
Okay.
Nice Chen Chen.
Hi. Having a party?
No, this is breakfast. Come on, join us, man.
Breakfast.
Wake, Basha, wake up, man. With company.
Brett was
What?
at the outlet from a chemical factory.
Excuse my mate, he's taking a nap. Sleeping like a bobby. I'll wake him up when we get to Newcastle.
We passed through Newcastle half an hour ago.
And I never noticed.
What is that stuff you're drinking? It smells like gasoline.
Right, I'll put hairs in your chest, like.
And your eyeballs, too, by the looks of you. Have you ever seen this man before?
Aye, man, he's chalky white and I claim my 10 quid, like.
No.
What?
He's an international assassin, and he goes by the name Khan.
Well, aye, man, but I was close, you know.
See you later.
I-
I didn't want to wake him. To be frank, without a cold water hose, I didn't think I could wake him.
Didn't open that window, pal.
Why not?
It's freezing out there.
Oh
No.
no.
Gangster creep from the hotel. Guido. Well, he didn't scare me. Hey, Buster. This is a no-smoking car. Okay, maybe he did scare me. It got worse. I suddenly realized who the conductor had reminded me of. Eklund, Marquet's murderer.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I should have known better than to leave Nico and the old lady alone. Suddenly, the sword of Baphomet took second place to finding the girl I loved.
Uh-oh.
Leave it alone, man. Leave it alone.
Hey, buddy. Listen, I need your help.
What's the matter?
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't try nothing with us in Basharia. We are veterans, like. Slow action at Brightlingsea.
I don't recall the British Army being involved in a conflict in anywhere called Brightlingsea.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
Did you see what happened to the young woman in the next compartment?
No, pal, I didn't. Have you lost her, like?
She's disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, yeah, man. An old lady, too.
Yeah. You gotta help me.
Maybe they went to the toilet, like.
I don't think so.
They never go on their own. Always in pairs, you know.
No, she's been abducted, I'm sure. I've got to go look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor. He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
No problem.
See you later.
Do it, pal. Don't jump.
See ya.
Intend to jump. I'm going to climb on top of the train.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Just watch me.
Here we go.
Hold on there, pal. I'll give you a hand, like.
The drunk guy's gonna help us out.
I'd always wanted to stop a train, and now was my chance. You saved our lives. But why?
We were always on the same side, Stobart. Different causes, but a common enemy.
The Knights Templar?
Don't call them that. The real Templars were a noble foe. These barbarians have no right to that name. These men are no better than dogs.
What are the Neo-Templars after?
Khan was our friend the whole time.
Not what you
Can't
think,
believe this.
my friend. It is a weapon, yes, but one which our enemies will find difficult to wield. A double-edged sword. A power older than Dimolay, older than Solomon.
We'll stop them. You and me together, and Nico.
No, George. My journey ends soon at the Garden of Paradise.
You're talking in riddles. Can't you tell me straight what they're after?
The sword symbolizes a colossal energy caused by the alignment of the Earth's natural power fields.
Which are focused at St. Ninian's.
The energy endowed the Templars with the power which made them great. A power which made them charismatic to such an extent they could control the will of all around them.
Well,
How
well,
did you
well.
escape from the bull's head?
It is a long walk from the cliff.
We've been through so much, Khan.
Village Stobart. Fortunately, I know the ways of the wilderness.
No.
May Allah guide you to our enemies.
Thanks.
One last thing.
What? What is it?
Do you want an actual answer, Claude? Khan's dead. Where's Liam McGuire? Still back in Ireland.
Don't worry. I hadn't forgotten about you.
Answer me this instant, George Stobart.
I will. When I'm ready.
That's not fair, George.
No.
You took advantage while my hands were tied.
When Eklund pointed that gun at me, I thought I was gonna die. I thought of all the things I'd never get to do. And kissing you was at the top of my list.
George,
I was-
George, we've got to get off the train. Eklund could recover at any time.
So what are we waiting for?
See ya. Back at Nico's apartment.
I'd feel happier if we had a gun or something.
Khan gave me something.
What?
His handbag.
Oh, great. If we run into any killers, we can give them a good buffeting. Didn't he have any weapons?
You don't know the half of it. This bag's full of C4.
No
Wow.
way.
Why didn't you say so? Boy, we'll show them now. What's C4?
Plastic, George.
We're going to shop our way to victory?
2 kilos of plastic explosives. The detonator's broken now.
No problem. We'll buy a box of matches somewhere.
It doesn't work that way. It takes a small explosion to start the big explosion.
Well, that's not much use then. What does that sign say?
Apparently, during the English Civil War in the mid-17th century, this place was used as an arms dump.
Yeah? What happened?
Look at the state of this place, George. You work it out.
Oh, stray spark?
You got it. The tower was the only thing to survive the blast.
I hope the explosion didn't destroy the Sword of Baphomet.
Do you? I rather hope it did.
Mm-hmm. 91%.
No. The handle turned easily, and the larger wheel began to revolve. Damn! Then the handle came off in my hand. I scrabbled
Why
around
did I think to put the
above
clown
and
nose
found
on
an
it?
old clay pipe with a broken stem. Under one of the stones, I found a metal coin which was green with age. It was caked with soil, but what I'd found was a small cog and spindle. With mounting excitement, I felt something between my fingers. It was short, hard, and black. Something I hadn't expected to find here. It was a plastic pen top.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't find anything.
Right, now we have like a bunch of stuff.
Now that the handle was gone, it was easy to remove the cog and spindle.
Hold on.
Nico?
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Nico.
The inscription to memory.
Nico staring at a
Read it.
wall.
No.
Nico, but staring out a window. Staring out of an apartment window.
Nico?
Uh-huh.
What's the point of studying the inscription if you can't read it?
Because it could be important. A clue to whatever we're looking for, who knows? I might find someone in Stalin to translate it.
We don't have time to go looking for a linguist.
No? At least I am doing something positive.
Yeah, George.
Nico?
Uh-huh.
What language is that inscription written in?
You're the languages student, you tell me.
It looks like ancient Norse. Maybe.
Perhaps it's in code.
I don't think so.
Norse code.
Ah, Claude. Alright. Let's put, you here.
The cog slipped neatly into the eye socket.
And let's put you in
With
here.
a rasp of metal on stone, I eased the second eye into place.
It's terrifying looking. You into
I
there.
pushed the handle into the demon's mouth. The cogs all meshed. I began to turn.
Na-na-na.
As soon as I saw the flickering torches, I realized the bogus Templars had beaten us to the sword. But where were they now? And why was it so quiet?
We did have to solve all those ciphers, Hojo. It's like a billion ciphers earlier on.
No, George!
What?
Leave the torch right where it is. In case you haven't noticed, the crypt is full of gunpowder.
Oh.
What? Don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust.
No? You think I'm a jerk, don't you?
Don't be silly, George. And keep your voice down. I thought I heard something. Like chanting. Listen, I can definitely hear chanting.
You're right. I hear it too. What do you suppose they're doing?
It wouldn't surprise me if they were holding some kind of satanic sex ritual.
So, what are we waiting for?
George.
Will you look at that? Baphomet. Lavino was right. This place was ancient even to the Templars.
This whole place? This is Baphomet?
Finally, the truth. The Templars had never worshipped this graven image, no more than they'd worship a rainbow. But, like a rainbow, they regarded it as a symbol of a covenant with God, who'd revealed this place to them.
Rosso! Why, the double-dealing treacherous?
On the contrary, Inspector Rosso has been the model of obedience, an important quality in a true Templar. Now be quiet and watch, if you wish to live much longer.
Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here to witness the reforging of the sword that was broken.
Hey, they said the name of the game. The sword that was broken.
Baphomet, Grand Master and Knight of Baphomet, we salute and pledge our obedience to you.
I salute you, gatekeeper of the temple. 7 centuries ago, our greatest weapon, the sword of Baphomet, was lost to us. Now we prepare to reforge it, to wield against new enemies. We shall lead the people to a new order, wherein all borders will dissolve. All will be united under the red cross of the Templars. George, we have watched your efforts to stop us with respect. But surely you realize that you have been misled by our enemies. Both of us want a better world. Fortunately, no harm has been done. We need determined, resourceful men like you. Join us, George. Join us in true brotherhood.
Yes, Hojo.
True? Wait. Brothers? What about Marquet?
Being
What about
controlled.
Pegram and Klausner? You didn't look on them as brothers, only as failures. 3 men dead, and you don't give a damn.
George, you know that sacrifices are necessary. Every great undertaking.
Join you.
Hey, I played that game like 2 days ago.
Hell first.
Ah, George, I had great hopes for you. C'est la guerre. Eklund, kill him.
Oh no, Nico! Oh no, George! Oh no! Oh my god! Rosso's been playing both sides.
I just wanted things to be right.
Oh, now he's dead too.
Take them. Kill them. They will not escape.
Well, well. If it isn't the great detective and his beautiful assistant, it's going to be a pleasure
Uh-oh.
seeing the pair of you.
George, what are we going to do?
Come on, Nico. We're leaving.
You fools! You cannot escape us. Guido! Stop them.
But master, the powder!
That powder is from the English Civil War. You fool. He's over 300 years old. How explosive do you think it can be?
I thought it was all over, but Nico had one last trick up her sleeve. Or in her handbag, to be exact. A handbag full of plastic explosives.
Maybe, but this stuff is brand new.
Oh, they kissed. It's always what happens after an explosion. And then back in Nico's apartment.
We didn't stay long in
Ah.
Scotland. George had a vacation to finish, and I had another story to write. Not the real story, of course, but enough half-truths to fill a page and pay my rent for the month. George and I hung out together in Paris. I showed him my favorite restaurants, and he told me his best jokes.
You know, Nico, this city holds so many memories for me now.
This was 100% added to the game
Sewers,
Tell me
for the
about it.
director's cut.
Clowns.
the jugglers.
And your pal Labano.
Oh, yes, dear Andre.
I don't
When we
remember this
first
at all.
met, and I was doing my detective stuff, you kind of disappeared a lot, Nico. Were you and Labano,
There was something happening, but nothing to do with Andre.
Uh-huh.
It was something from the past that I had to deal with on my own. So I dealt with it, and now it's over.
Hey, did I ever tell you the one about the old Irish couple in the lottery?
No, but I think you're going to.
Okay, there's this old Irish couple. They've been married forever, like 50 years, and they win the lottery.
What a great story. Da-na-na-na! What is this? Thank you for playing Broken Sword. Revolution Teen. The Tom Hanks. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Alright.